Hello everybody, I am Angry Bird. Another Steel Division 2 League game, Group 1, Game/Leg 1, Lossa versus Amber T. Hopefully this will be an exciting game. If you are new to the channel, please check out the Steel Division League playlist and subscribe for more content. Let's have a look at Lossa's deck. He is playing the 14th Infantry. He's playing them with Vanguard Income. And I think we've seen this deck before against Here Robert, if I remember right. Certainly the Beglite Grenadiers, Stern Pioneers and Beglite Pioneers in A phase will, are very strong infantry units. Paired along with the Stoss Troop, they can certainly do a lot of damage in that early A phase. He also has the 2 Tigerees there as well for some heavy tanks in A phase, and overall a pretty well-rounded deck. Doesn't seem to be many areas that you could kind of question as to what's missing, and that's kind of the thing for the 14th Infantry. Very much a well-rounded division and strong in most areas. Certainly not one of the overpowered divisions at this stage, but definitely a strong division. I guess Vanguard Income, he has the 2 Tigers in A phase, the 4 Tigers in B phase, along with a further 2 in the Tigery Furor. And then he's relying on the Stug 3s in C phase, so potentially if Amber T holds him in the long game, then Lossa could well be in trouble running out of heavy tanks. So potentially that's his weakness really. If you are able to hold Lossa back into B and C phase, then I think he will run out of that heavy armour and will be a little easier to defeat in the long run. Let's have a look at Amber T. Amber T playing the 352nd Infantry. Balanced income, so quite different income levels, and I don't know whether this is going to work in his favour or against him, so expect to see him play quite defensively in A phase and try and prolong the game and beats Lossa in the late game in C phase. Certainly the deck, A phase infantry, I mean he's got the 6 Stoss Troop which can be defeated fairly easily, and they are good infantry but only 5-man squads. He's got the 18 Ersatztruppen that are disheartened, so can often be beaten fairly easily as well, and then only the 9 Grenadiers, none of which his A phase infantry has anti-tank on them. So coming up against the 14th Infantry, especially when we just looked at Lossa's infantry tab, that A phase infantry is going to be hard for Amber T to come up against Lossa's Beglite units and come away really holding the ground that he's got. So he could definitely struggle here. I guess he's going to rely on the IG-18s that he has in A phase to really support his infantry. I mean, the Panzer B2s, they are good infantry, they are infantry support tanks, but very slow to the front. Right, looks like both players have deployed units and the game has started, so let's check out the game. So, Amber T on the right hand side going very weak into the southern areas of Slutsk West and very heavy into the city. He's aiming to hold this city at all costs. Interestingly enough, it looks like Lossa has taken the opposite play and he's gone fairly light for an Vanguard Income start into the northern sector, and he's brought down his Tigerie and 4 Panzer II Lux into the southern area. Definitely going for a southern blitzkrieg, and this looks like it could work fantastically well. If he pushes this Tiger E up, it looks like he's going for the ridge, but I would just push it through the centre, bring the Panzer IIs up over the ridge, and wow, the Begleit Grenadiers going straight into the town up against one Ersatztruppen. They are going to immediately control all of that territory. Amber T pushing very strong in the central area, and I have noticed on this map Amber T does like to focus this central position, bringing up both Pak 38s, although one goes down very quickly to the combined fire of the IG and the FK 288. The second one goes down now as well, and with it having no HE on it, that was a strange choice. I guess he was banking on Lossa bringing vehicles into the central area. Another IG-18 goes down, and that's 3 units lost for Amber T. I think his IG-18s will now start to pick up. Yes, they did pick up 2 more of the units and will pick up the IG-18, so it does look like he's got a commanding position in the central area. In the town, 2 Stern Pioneers. I mean, he's pushing Ersatztruppen forward, and once he reveals those units, I'm guessing he's going to follow with the remainder. In the north, it looks pretty balanced, and neither side making huge ground, but these Panzer II Luchsers pushing very far forward. The Pak 3850 is really the only opposition to this Tiger E down on this south side, so he's got to hope to get in on that. Looks like they are engaging now. No, the Tiger E, sorry, engaging the recon vehicle. The Panzer II's coming around the corner, and along with the Panzer II's in the sort of central area, I do double team that Pak 38. It goes down and there's nothing left here. Another Pak, a Pak 43 this time coming in from Amber T, and that will be able to take on Tiger very easily, but he's got to worry about where he's going to position that, because these Panzer II Luchsers are very far forward now, and if they get into the right place, they can easily take them down with the autocannons. So Amber T pushing forward in that central area, but at the moment he has the IG-18s, but once this Tiger E from Lossa comes up, he's not really got a lot that can deal with that Tiger, so I'm not sure how long he will hold this central area for. The IG-18s pound in the central town, and he should take that over, although looks like he has lost out in the northern fight. So at the moment this game is pretty much combat all over the map, very much movement and fantastic play from both players. I know Lossa definitely likes to exploit the movement to his advantage, so certainly doing that at the moment. He has got to worry about this Pak 43. Has taken out, I think, one of the Panzer II Luchsers and now a second one, and although I'm not exactly sure what happened there, what took that unit down. Let's have a look. Can we see it? Oh, unfortunately I have missed that. I am still getting to grips with this functionality. Let's go back to the main game. I'm not sure what happened there, what took out that Pak 43. I can assume that it was the Panzer II Lux with the autocannon. So back into the central area, and Amber T looking in. Wow, looking like he's established a huge control here. He has the central town, and the only thing that really worries me about Amber T is this Tiger E. He has nothing that can really take it out, so at the moment he's in control, but slowly I can just see the units getting picked off by the Tiger, and not much he can do about it at the moment. He needs to bring in a Pak 43 into that area as well, so I think he only has another one left after the first got taken out. So the Tiger E looks like it was being double teamed from both directions, the Marder 3 coming in along with the Pak 38, but somehow does survive that. Amber T sort of manoeuvring these Marders back and forward, trying to get the side shot in on this Tiger. The crew is now panicked, and this Tiger looks like it could well go down here if the side shot comes in from the Pak 38. Almost a rear shot now, taking rear shots in full retreat. fire on it from all directions. This Tiger E, how is it managing to stay alive? Well, it does have great side and rear armour, but certainly at the moment, somehow it's still alive. I would have thought the Marder 3s would have defeated that side armour by now, but still managing to stay alive. I think Amber T would be better rushing forward one of his recon vehicles, or well, potentially he can't really use that actually due to the front line being held forward by the Blue Light Grenadiers, and it's going to be really difficult for Amber T to get rid of those Blue Light Grenadiers in there because they are very strong units. Lossa actually pushing forward with the Blue Light Grenadiers might be able to get some kind of grenade off against the Marder 3s, but really no anti-tank on them, so shouldn't engage. Finally the Tiger goes down, and potentially Amber T could start to clear up some of the units in that southern side. The Tiger E in the centre still reigning supreme. 3 more Panzer II Luxors coming in, and as I said, slowly the units are getting picked off in that central area. So, in the north, Amber T kind of just hanging on at the moment, and against the Black Pioneers, he's not going to have much chance. The Grenadiers immediately move in and get destroyed, and that Panzer II Lux is pushed forward as well and captured flags, and Lossa now at a 15-9, so he's doing very well at this point in time. Amber T trying to kind of root out the units in this area, and will do decently against the Beglite Grenadiers because they do not have the anti-tank on them. Using Ersatz-Truppen to root out Lossa's forces, and he has taken back control of this southern area, so certainly brought the game back to a 14-10, and he will lose the game in 26 minutes if nothing changes, but really balanced income against Vanguard. If he can hold him at a 14-10, he may well stand a decent chance of bringing this into the late game. Down goes the leader unit there in the centre, and like I said earlier, these units have been picked off. Lossa kind of taking control of this central area, and really because of the advance in the south, I think Amber T wasn't able to reinforce that central position and is now struggling in the town. A hell of a lot of Stosstruppen, but in the is Stosstruppen on Stosstruppen and Stosstruppen on Stosstruppen and Ersatz-Truppen on Ersatz-Truppen right now. Lossa pushing the Panzer II Lux forward, going with the efficient shot, kind of potentially giving him control over this supply road. The Pak 38 50mm caught in a terrible position, and Amber T looking like he's lost that northern area now as well. And I guess if in terms of units on the ground at the moment, Amber T looking much more in peril than Lossa, although that is down to the income. The second Pak 43 88mm has now come in and is not in a good position right now. I think Amber T was bringing it into this central position to contest against the Tiger E, but he's had to unload it early, I would imagine, and it is not in a very good position right now. The Panzer II Lux will, yes, likely targeting that Pak 43, although Lossa deciding not to go forwards with that attack. So it will be interesting. Another Pak 38 coming forward to potentially provide another anti-tank gun, and this is an interesting engagement. One Panzer II Lux immediately bailed out, which is what Amber T needed. Will the other look at the way that absolutely destroys infantry units, just surviving with one man left, and well, those two AT guns are looking in trouble. The Pak 38's taking shots from both the Stug and the Tiger, and if Lossa can just get one shot on this Pak 43, it goes down as well, and that's the end of Ambert's heavy defence, certainly in the early parts of the game. So he does surrender another unit in the town, and Lossa still at a 1410. In comes the HS-129B3, and that will be targeting the Tiger, and if he can pick up this kill, then slowly it whittles down Lossa's heavy tanks, and he might still stand a chance. Beautiful, beautiful. Going in for the second shot on the Stug. Unfortunately only getting the crew panic, but beautiful side shot. The Tiger turned to face off against the Stosh trooper and fired down into the city. Gave the HS-129 the side shot, and he'll take that gladly, no questions asked. So Lossa back up to a 16-8. Will win the game in 10 minutes time, and you've got to feel for Amber T at this point. Really, he needs to hold on at all costs. I feel like he's struggling right now, income wise. A hell of a lot of points spent on Grenadiers to reinforce this town, and I'm worried that Lossa's going to bring forward his tanks and cut off this main supply road. In comes the ME-109 to contest the air against the HS-129 and takes shots at the advancing transports and does unload one of the Grenadiers early. I'm quite surprised the Panzer II Lux didn't open fire on some of those vehicles as they were passing. The Panzer B2 moving right up the road and should discover and defeat the Ersatztruppen on his own. No AT on those Ersatztruppen, so potentially if he discovers them, yes, they do now discover them. Wow, look at that, first shot and almost completely suppressed. Although the Ersatztruppen don't care, they just carry on their merry way, and the B2, I'm not sure it knows what it wants to do really. Okay, so it looks like, is it now firing down at the Beglites? No, it's lost them, and I guess it just doesn't know what to do right now. That B2 is in hell. So it looks like this central area is getting cut off, and the Panzer B2 can't decide what it wants to do, and Amber T, he's looking in trouble right now. He's pushing forward back against this flag, and hopefully if he can capture that, it's another one caught back. But Lossa using his units very well, has the Ersatztruppen up front soaking the damage, and Stosh-Truppen behind, and in comes two new Schwerungs, but has to ensure that he gets those out of the transport. The B2 is now moving back and does fall back two of the Ersatztruppen, but Amber T just kind of a bit overwhelmed at the moment with the numbers more than anything. Not necessarily the quality of units, more the numbers at this stage. And that's really down to the Vanguard income versus balanced income. So we are now midway through the game, kind of right at the centre point, 15 minutes in, and Amber T does have more points now than Lossa coming in each minute, but it won't be until he hits that C phase until he actually gains back the advantage in terms of economy. And if Lossa can keep this game as it is, he will win in 7 minutes time, and he won't give Amber T a chance in that C phase. The HS-129 coming in and is in real trouble now of getting shot down by the ME-109, and does so. The Flakverling coming in late, and will it take down the ME-109 in reply? Possibly, not sure. I think no, the ME-109 is probably just going to get out there. Yeah, so fantastic work from Lossa, although a second HS-129 coming in now, targeting the Tiger-E Furon. If he can get that kill, again the Tiger-E looking like side armour was showing, bailed out, does go down, and Lossa has his own Flakverling in this time. that will force back the HS-129. Another flatling coming in the northern area, so Lossa definitely losing Tigers to those HS-129 attacks and reacting correctly with the anti-air. So beautiful play, not being silly and wasting points where he doesn't need to, just bringing in AA to counter them in the future. He certainly has the ground at the moment, and he just has to hold the positions that he's got now. 6 minutes left on the clock. Amber T looks like he is starting to gain back some ground in this northern section. 2 Flammable worth of squads in his way, as well as the stock troop. Yeah, moving forward the command recon vehicle, although only 1 HE shell remaining. Lossa needs to get his Schwerons back into this area in order to defend that flag. He could well lose that flag, and if he does so, these forces right in the north will likely get surrounded. So potentially 2 flags that Amber T could pick up there, and that will certainly give him a lot more time to stabilise the game. The B2's kind of being used to crest up the hill, as well as the 204s, but the Grenadier DP coming in now with the Panzerfaust. Yes, Panzerfaust should get the shot off, although just get pinned down before he can do that, and I think those units will now get taken down. The 204F just saw them in time and was able to fire its HE shells and take it down, or pin them down. So Amber T kind of maintaining this southern side, and since Lossa lost his Tiger and his initial forces, he hasn't pushed back in this central or into this southern side. Down goes a Panzer B2, and yes, from the Stugs in the centre, and I'm surprised Amber T's pushing forward this command vehicle, because he will lose out to the Stugs unless he can get this side shot in, which potentially he will have a chance to do it. Yes, beautiful! Does get the side shot there on the Stug. He needs to reverse this one out, because I don't think he can take the second Stug on frontally. Yeah, he does now lose that command vehicle, and the other Panzer B2 bailed out, but beautiful side shot there on the Stug in the centre, and that's how you take out heavier units. You bide your time, wait for your opportunity, and then take those side shots when they present themselves. A lot more forces coming into this northern area, and Amber T kind of eking his way back into the game here. He is on balanced income and almost coming up to that C phase where he will have a much higher income majority, so still chance for Amber T. He has brought it back now to a 14-10, capturing that flag in the northern sector, as well as this flag here by the town, the Grenadier Führer, capturing that and brings it back to a 14-10, which doubles the time left and gives him that little bit more time. 7 minutes left on the clock. Can he stabilise the game? Lossa moving forwards northwards to kind of cut off this retreat and kind of could surround these infantry units here. The Tiger E coming down the road, and this central town looking like it could be in trouble for Amber T. Reinforcing the north with infantry as well, and the Pioneers should win out against the Grenadier DPs at that point once they get the grenade off, but against the second squad they may well lose that fight. The Tiger E facing off down the road, and it looks like Lossa's defeating these forces in the city, and this could be what he needs right now. Still maintaining a 14-10, 6 minutes left on the clock. The HS-129 coming in for the Tiger strike, gets a third Tiger kill with those HS-129s, and I think this ME-109 may well pick up the reply unless it gets forced back by the flatling. It does just get forced back, and the HS-129 gets the fuel tank leaking and needs to be careful with that aircraft. The flatling over here in the centre could well take that out if it's given the opportunity, although circling round and taking shots against the Stug and takes that one out as well. Wow, beautiful play from Amber T with these HS-129s. I have noticed in other games that I've seen him play and I've played against him, he is very, very good with his air force. Down goes the HS-129, but the value really taking out the Tiger and the Stug in the centre. Beautiful plays, beautiful plays. So I believe from remembering Amber T's deck, he has one more of those HS29s. I believe he's lost 2 up to this point, and I think he had 3 in his deck in total, so does still have the opportunity to bring another one in. Lossa got the pack 40 in a beautiful position there, just overlooking the road and really taking shots at anything coming in. The Stug, one Stug is down, the second gets the bounce, but is on the fast move order, so will continue and probably will just duck out of line of sight, although has the transmission damage and I think is now changing position, gets the driver kill, and that Stug's now in trouble. I think he's just now out of line of sight of that pack 40, but really a crippled Stug there now. Lossa now at 13-11. Amber T has managed to surround these northern troops, and Lossa having to move them back to try and recover the front line, and wow. 4 minutes left on the game, and if Lossa can hold out, he will pick up this game. But this is going to be tight. Amber T looks like he is stabilising. There's a Stug 3G right at the back that's crew killed and loaded wounded. It's this pack 40 that Lossa's managed to get up on this ridge, and what a fantastic position. Well behind enemy lines, but beautiful position. And I'm guessing no. Finally it goes down. I think the I'm not exactly sure what took that out, but that pack 40 was in a wonderful position there. So Amber T advancing with his infantry in the centre ground, but only 3 minutes left on the clock. Needs to pick up another flag to bring it back to the 12-12. And you've got to say that it's this flag here. He is bringing forward Erzat's trooper, but he needs to unload those to avoid them getting killed in the transport. If he can unload these in time, then yes, does pick up the flag and goes back to a 12-12. It feels like Lossa are in real trouble now. Amber T bringing back the 12-12, and potentially this is it. This could be the swing of the game. More troops coming in to stabilise this flag and really take it out of trouble. The ME-109 at the back there from Amber T is slowly picking off the infantry, although look at this. This northern town is... the infantry he had there has been picked off. He's bringing in grenadier units on foot, but that's the flag that Lossa needs to go for, I think, to pick back up the lead. A lot of infantry coming into this central area, and not a lot Lossa can do, I think, to take back that flag. And he has to concentrate on this northern one, and if he can pick that up, well, he does get the 13-11. It's this flag down here that he has managed to kill the troops there. Does pick up the 13-11 and will win in 2 minutes, but Amber T needs to move this grenadier unit in the transport and get it unloaded in one of these buildings. Lossa just moving troops through on foot and trying to secure this point, and one man at the moment is kind of winning the game for Lossa. Advancing over the open ground, and the 9 grenadiers coming up. There's a second one-man squad with the Pioneer SVT. 2 men. 2 men are holding out the game. 1 minute 50 left on the clock. The Grenadier DP makes it into the building, and what a charge this is. Fantastic. Look at this. Will the Pioneer SVT make it as well? I think he will. The Grenadiers are dealing with the Grenadier DPs on the hill there, and the Pioneer SVT does make it into the building, and really that unit that flag being secured by 2 units there, and excellent work from Lossa. He has picked off those Grenadiers, down to 3 men left in the squad. Erzat's trooping around as well, and Lossa could really hold off this charge. The Grenadiers are moving forward. Amber T does unload them, rightly so. Does kill the 1-man Grenadier, and there's just a Pioneer left. Does have 2 frag grenades, so we'll be able to get one of them off, but here's that Strupin taking shots at the Grenadiers as well, and this is interesting. I think this is where it's going to be made or break, although Lossa recovering this northern flag as well to a 14-10, and now a 15-9 taking this northern central flag. 14 seconds left on the clock. Amber team moving in units and should pick up that flag. 8 seconds remaining, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Once unload, he gets the flag. Oh! I thought that would be enough to extend the time, but it was not. It was not. 26 minutes, 21 seconds. What an absolute beauty of a finish. Lossa wins. Minor victory. Wow, that was an intense game. Great game. Fantastic. Lossa gets the minor victory. 2,900 kills versus 2,685 losses. Let's have a look at the kills for Lossa first of all. So, early game. You know, nothing really standing out. The Panzer II Luxors picking off kills. Hang on a minute, am I looking at this right? Sorry, I was on the wrong page there. So this is the kills for Lossa. So the Beglite Pioneers doing an excellent job, and those Beglite Pioneer units, best infantry unit in the game, and certainly showing why. Killing one Ersatz-Truppen, a Grenadier Führer, 2 Stoss-Truppen and 2 Grenadier squads. Beautiful. The second Beglite Pioneer here killing 2 Grenadiers and a Pak 38. Those units are fantastic units. The Stug 3G takes out 2 Marder 3s, and that was the one on the road in the centre. It also takes out a Pak 38 and the 204 that got the side shot on his brethren. So decent Stug 3 play there. The Panzer II Lux, nice pickup of kills, but you know, nothing majorly outstanding. The Beglite Grenadiers did great work, and this Pak 40 here did a great job as well. I think this was one on the ridge covering that central town and covering the supply route, picking up 2 Stug 3G kills as well as a lot of infantry. Those Pak 40s are exceptional units. If you get them into the right position, they really do shine for the German divisions. Let's have a look at the kills for Amber T, and nothing spectacular. The HS-129 taking out the Tiger E as well as the Panzer II Lux, and those HS-129s did great work getting Amber T back into this game. If he hadn't have had those units to take out the Tiger E's, then I think it would have been a very different story. I don't think we'd have seen Amber T get back into the game. The second HS-129 here taking out a Tiger E Führer, a Tiger E and a Stug 3G. Exceptional play with those HS-129s. Beautiful, beautiful play. Right, that's it for me on this game. I really hope you enjoyed this one. I certainly enjoyed casting it, and I will be back with more Steel Division. If you enjoyed it, please give me the thumbs up. Write down any comments below. It really helps me out, and hopefully I can improve these casts. I'm going to try and improve this instant replay functionality, because at the moment it's not quite working for me, and I need to figure out what's going wrong. But hopefully we will improve that and make sure that we get those instant replays. Well, hopefully you liked the cast, and if you did and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and you'll get notified of all the future casts coming up, because we have a lot of Steel Division League yet to come. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.